welcome back. This is Raymar Morgan from the About Sparta Podcast, and today is a special episode. Man, we had to include the Men of Ann Arbor, man, since we seem to go head to head tonight. Michigan versus Michigan State at the Bres, 9 p.m. Eastern. Man, gentlemen, welcome. Tell me something. Tell me, how was y'all's weekend, Trav? Let's start it out with you.
My weekend was great, man. I'm in the Bay. It's been some great weather. Right now we looking at about 65, 70 degrees. So we feeling pretty good out here. I know y'all boys cold, but we feeling pretty good over here. So all good.
It's real cold and slithery in the D, man. I'm Petey, been playing with these guys for the longest, man. Playing against them, high school, college. It's great to be on the pod with you guys finally, man.
Oh, for sure. Glad to have you. What's up, Stu? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having us. It's cold as hell in Indiana. It's not fun. And it's been raining nonstop. So it makes it even worse. It's dirty. It's gross. Michigan basketball is not winning. It's all around just bad.
It's sort of been real bad, man. Unfortunately, me and Petey is here in Detroit. And, man, we got our hopes up a little bit from last night's outcome, man. The Detroit Lions. We thought that they was going to get to the Super Bowl, but that second half was just a little rough. Petey, you want to talk about that a little bit? I'm not a Lions fan, but I know
that steak over our mouths, man. They just dangled it, man. I went to sleep after the first half, just knowing I was going to wake up to all type of celebrations.
Did you really?
Man. Yeah, Stu. And then I had
only Petey would fall asleep at halftime.
Hey, Stu, I had 4 parlays, and that was half of me. The reason why I went to sleep.
I see. This is why I love Petey, man. Petey can have $10,000 in line. He'd be like, "Nah, I'm tired. I'll just go to bed." Everyone else in the world would be up till about 2.
For sure.
Locked in.
Only way to kill the anxiety, man. So I killed the anxiety.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep. Woke up, man. Y'all know the rest. Oh, man.
I respect it.
No, that was a heartbreak. I ain't go. I think the whole city of Detroit as a whole was quiet as hell once they tied the ball game back up. But yeah, man, let's get into the real reason that we here, man. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan and Michigan State. This has been a rivalry since day one. Now I know it's been a down year for both teams, but Trav, we'll start it with you since you my fellow Spartan brother. Give us your respective grade for how the Spartans have been playing to start the season.
Man, for me, it's I'm kind of hot and cold. Right, I think we had some good games. I thought we were putting some things together, and then Wisconsin, we just didn't play well. If I had to give us a grade as of right now, minus the preseason expectations, right? We were a top 5 team coming in. I would give us a C, and that's being really on the side of I'm hopeful. Because we are doing some good things, but we just not turning the corner like we need to. So I would give us a C. AJ's playing better, right? Tyson has been steady. We just need some other pieces to come with it. But I'm hopeful. I'm saying we 4 and 5, and if you actually look at the Big Ten standings, there's about 4 or 5 teams that's 4 and 5. So I'm kind of hopeful. We can't win the Big Ten, obviously, but we just need to play well enough so we can get in the tournament.
Right, that leads me to my next question. Do you think they're gonna make the tournament?
Yeah, I'm a Spartan through and through, baby. We go 20-something years. You feel me? So
25, the 25 to be exact.
25.
Yeah, man. In fact, Izzo got the record. So I mean, does that end here, or do we continue to the streak?
So honestly, if you look at our strength of schedule and the teams we have played and lost to, that's going to help us when it comes to Selection Sunday. We have to come and we have to beat Michigan, right? We have to beat the teams that's on the lower side of the Big Ten. We can't lose to those teams. And then we got to get a win or two inside the Big Ten tournament. But I think we fine. I just think we're going to have a higher seed. For me, if we have a higher seed, if we 11 seed, we're playing the 6-11 game. That's a problem for whoever going to go against us. So I just think we got to get there. We just got to put some wins together, but I think we fine.
Michigan State would be the worst 11 seed I could imagine playing as a 6 seed. That would be terrible.
Agreed.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Agreed. Let's hear your side, Stu. Like we said, Michigan's not doing that great either. Just give us some keys on what they need to do to turn the corner and even get a win today versus Michigan State.
Get their point guard back would be nice. They have their point guard play.
For starters.
I looked at the schedule. I think he's out until like the second to last road game, which is just rough. I mean, you're so deep in the season to have those second semester suspensions. But yeah, man, for me, that's been key is Doug and Olivier kind of running the offense and really being efficient. And there was a drop off when the Big Ten started, which was, I think, a little expected, but that's been huge on top of their defense slightly improving, but it was at such a bad spot that they really needed to pick it up when Big Ten play started, and it just hasn't quite meshed there yet. So they're going to have to figure that out. They're going to have to get a system rolling when the Big Ten tournament comes, because that's going to be their only way into the tournament is to roll 4 games in a row and get a spark and shock some people, maybe go a little bit lucky here and there, which happens, when March comes. Yeah. So I think they have the talent, which is frustrating to watch them. If you watch them at the beginning of the year, and like that St. John's game was a microcosm of what their talent can be, but they just have not put it together since then. And, you could maybe say for a number of reasons why that is, but they're going to have to mesh quick towards the end. And I don't think they looked terrible this last home game, even though Doug's, in the middle of Doug's suspension. I thought he came in pretty seamlessly and they picked it up pretty well. But, it's rough. It's rough without a guy averaging 17 and 5.
Petey,
what's your grade? You got to give a grade. We need grades.
Petey, give a grade. What's your grade?
Petey, give us your thoughts, man. Tell us.
I'm going with pass fail, man. I was real. Hey, look, Trav, I was real biased at first, And Stu know I came in real biased, and like you said,
we all did.
Yeah. So coming in, we see that St. John's game, we see that offense, and the remainder of the Big Ten schedule is just hard to play without your star player. It's hard for the team and the guys that's actually on the court because, it's a rhythm thing. I don't care how good you is, playing a game here and there, playing only the home games, it's going to throw the whole rhythm of the team off. And, March is about rhythm. Whoever catch the rhythm the fastest. And, without that rhythm, gaining it in February is going to be hard. So my grade would be like D- for sure.
Fail.
Yeah.
D-?
Yeah, and it's only because every team has down years. We just have to be real, like
100%.
There's a joke here about grades and eligibility that I can't quite put together, but it's a Doug joke there with the grade, and that's just like a metaphor for the second half of this year. It's been bad grades.
No, yeah. I mean, I get. I would definitely, for myself, I would definitely have to grade us at a C. We have just so much potential, so much upside, but it just seems like we just cannot put it together. Hopefully, we can get our wheels turning again once the Big Ten tournament starts, and maybe we can just get some momentum, and maybe we'll be blessed to continue to streak and get us into the tournament. But man, I've seen crazier things happen as well. So I'm just holding my breath and hoping, man, praying and hoping that we get in. But I have to give us a C, man. We're just average right now. But I want to.
Ray, if you
go ahead, Trav.
No, I was like, because Ray, when you think of our group and you're watching us, we're having really good moments, 4-minute stretches, 5-minute stretches. We put together a 5-minute bad stretch of basketball. And as we all know, when you're in the Big Ten and you have a bad stretch, it's hard to recover. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to find our experience has to take over the second half of the season of the Big Ten, which we really haven't done a whole lot throughout the years. It's been up and down, but I'm hopeful. I think we fine. I just don't think because of the expectations we had at the beginning of the year, and everyone thought we were going to be so good, and us not living up to those expectations right now, it's got everyone nervous. But I think we're going to put together some wins.
I definitely agree with you, but I feel like it sort of goes. This is a great example. I'll just put it this way: the Cowboys. They always, year in and year out, they are supposed to win their division. They're supposed to be a potential Super Bowl team, and they just don't get it done. We've been talking about these same key factors since the beginning of the season, Trav. Talking about these, we're playing well, but we have a drop-off. Yeah, we have great stretches, but then we also have a bad stretch that ultimately gives us a loss. Sure. So, with that being said, what are some factors that we need to focus on to get us over that hump? Because it's getting late, man.
Can I chime in on that, Ray?
Oh, please do.
Man, with all teams, Michigan State, it doesn't really matter. Throughout the year, you're going to have ups and downs and bad stretches. Some years are just years. You just don't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go the whole year without figuring out. So, is it a coach? Is it the players? You know, you really don't blame no one. Like, my second year was like that when I actually got to play. And I felt like at that point, I felt like I played good. I got to play. I'm averaging maybe 10 points my sophomore year. I'm getting minutes. I didn't really care, to how the record was, just being immature as a player. But that propelled me to get better the next year, So I knew what to expect. I've had the confidence to play. So, it's not actually a loss, but some years you just don't pull it together as teams.
No, 100%. Now, I don't want you to get it confused like I don't have faith in my Spartans. It's just that when you talk about something so much, is it maybe we just don't have it? It's just one of those things. Like maybe this year is just not our year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to add on to what you said, but is it can we get over the hump, or maybe this is just not our year? I don't know.
That's the fence you straddle.
When you look at it, because for instance, Michigan, you guys are struggling this year. And we are in two different boats. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, for you guys, because y'all lost y'all starting point guard, your star player, and he's only playing home games and not away games.
That's crazy.
It's hard to really say we finna go into an away arena and win. No. When before he had the suspension or whatever he had, he was playing well. He was doing some really good things. Yeah. So for them, kind of like Stu was saying, man, we got to just think of this magical run and hopefully go win 4 or 5 games in the Big Ten. But for the Big Ten regular season, it's tough. It's over. We got to kind of win some big games if we can, and we just got to win that just because we bonded together. But without your star guy, if you're being honest, it's hard to walk into an away arena. And we all been guys on our team. So we know what it feels like when the other team don't have their guy and the respect that's needed to win those games and on the road. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't have that. For us, we kind of got all our pieces. We just, for some reason, we just struggling. And it's the rebounding, it's the shooting early in the year. There's so many other factors that we were dealing with. For Michigan, the main factor is you don't got your star player. So it's hard to go into an arena on the road and be like, hey, fellas, there's only so many like hoorah speeches you can give before the game that's going to get everybody going and like upsetting a big team on the road. At home, it may look a little bit different. It's tough to play on the road in the big team. But so I just think while we having a conversation, it's like, we not in the same boat as Michigan this year, but we both are not. And there's a little bit different. I'm kind of giving you guys a little grace just because y'all don't got Buddy. And I think he's a hell of a player, the little point guard. For us, we just haven't been doing what we need to do.
I got a question kind of pertaining to tomorrow's game or to the game today. Kind of looking at Michigan State and like the offense can score 90, they can score 60. Like, what are the differences in these games where they're scoring, 90, 80 something on Baylor? I know the Big Ten's slower, right? Like, you're going to have these grinded out games. But what are they doing different in those 20-point differences on offense?
You want me to go first?
Yeah. I think it's our shooting.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's so, and we all know this, the game is about creating easy shots. The game is about giving what the defense gives you and taking advantage of it. We're not taking advantage of what the defense gives us because we're not making shots. And then when we're not making shots, sometimes our emotion and our energy is only behind our offense. Now we're not rebounding the way. Like, this is probably, I don't know from a statistical standpoint, but if you just look at certain games, this is probably the worst rebounding team we didn't have in a very long time. And I could be wrong from a stats, but just watching the games and looking at how we've been beat on rebounding at times, I've never felt this way as a former player. Like, man, we're not rebounding the way we should. So I think it's we're not shooting the ball well. We're not rebounding the ball well. And then in return, we're not defending as well. And then that right there, when you're playing in these tough environments and playing the schedule that we've played, it leads to losses.
Well, I think Travis covered everything. Defense, offense, rebounding. So I don't think I need to speak on anything. Yeah, I think he covered it. I mean, for me, I think it's just the energy, man. You could tell when we're ready to play in certain games. You could tell the guys get up for certain games, but it just seemed like this year, man, our energy hasn't been there. The crowd doesn't even seem like they've been able to get into the game like they usually do. So, I don't know, man. I'm just hoping that we can just turn it around, honestly. Because, like I said, our ceiling is way too high for us to be playing the way we're playing right now. Stu, what are just some of the key factors, or better yet, who are the X factors for this matchup tonight?
Yeah, I think Olivier is going to be number one. I think he's going to have to start hitting some threes. He's been a little off lately, but he has the capability. He loves facing up. He loves hitting surprise threes. When hand down, man down, when big guys not really paying attention. And I think he can put pressure on them. And they probably need that steadiness in the post with such a hostile environment. And Jalen coming on, still not super comfortable with where he's at. He's still recovering from that knee. And so you come into Breslin, you're going to get the pressure from everybody, from Michigan State, from the fans, just from the atmosphere. So, hopefully he's not going to turn it over at Jalen like he did against Purdue. Now, Lance Jones is an absolute dog, so he's not playing against Lance Jones again, luckily. But I think having Olivier steady in the post and giving that scoring burst there, they're going to rely on him heavily. And then Jalen is going to have to score. I think Jalen's going to have to be in double figures. I think he's going to have to hit some threes. He hit some threes against Purdue, but it was a little too late for that, for them to come back. And he's going to have to steady the offense and be aggressive. I think he's been kind of timid, which is understandable. I don't think he fully trusts that knee still with that big old brace on there. But I think, it's not the big shoes to fill with Doug missing, but they need it. They need that point guard presence there. So I think Olivier, Jalen, and I think Terrence is going to have to step up and start hitting some threes too. He hasn't been shooting as well the past few games. So again, come back to shooting, like you mentioned, Travis, with Michigan State. They're going to have to hit threes because I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes and a lot of lapses. So I think shooting is going to have to be the thing that kind of band-aids everything else up.
Petey, let's hear your thoughts. Who are the X factors for you, man? In your opinion?
In the situation we're in right now, I don't really think it's a who, it's a what. And I think, like Stu just said, the shooting. When you go into a place like the Breslin, if you're not hitting shots, you're already going in there as an underdog without your best player. So I just feel like we got to hit shots and kind of like take that crowd out of it. It's still a rivalry game at the end of the day. Michigan is playing Michigan State, so I know the kids will be juiced up for it regardless, but hitting some shots, going there and hit some shots, that's going to open up those guys' confidence to be able to play defense, and we'll see where it go from there, but definitely hitting shots.
Woody, let's hear it, man. Let's hear it.
Shit, man, when I look at this game, and it's a rivalry game, I'll tell them, man, we got to be on some dog shit. You feel me? You got to come out there, and you can't look at no record. This is so much bigger than a record. This is a rivalry. So no matter what's going on, no matter how you feeling, we have to go and send a statement. So I want us to come out there and beat the shit out of them and be hella physical, right? Like everything that sets the tone from we're just going to be way more physical, way more tougher, we have to do those things. Like, again, as they said, we have to make shots. We can't turn the basketball over. But I think this is an opportunity for us to turn the corner against a team that everyone's going to be watching because it's a rivalry week. So it doesn't matter the records. Throw it out the door. Like these, when we play Michigan, it's actually interesting, not to flip it for 1 second. I know when people watch this pod, they probably thinking that we going to be talking shit and having these different moments with each other. But PD, Stu, like we basketball guys. We love basketball. So we here talking real basketball stuff. So you're not going to get that for the followers and people that's watching this. I don't have a whole bunch of shit talking to do. I just want our guys to come out there and beat their ass.
For sure.
Right? And that's it, you know. But I think I think it's so much bigger than like, do we need to shoot the ball well? I just think we have to go out and do something we haven't been doing this year, which is be tough.
Yeah.
And go out and send a statement to everyone that we are going to change our approach and it can start playing a rival game and changing some things up. So I just think we got to go out there and just bully them.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. For the first time, it's not a certain player, in my opinion, that is the X factor. I think it's going to be a collective effort. I think that the entire team has to be locked in. They got to be focused on this game. I mean, in this type of environment, these type of games, these are the ones you get up for. But we've seen, like I said, crazier things happen. So I think they just got to be locked in, man. Be ready to play from the jump, and just get after it. And we want to see that tenacity. We want to see that physical play, like you mentioned, Trav. And just get that Spartan dog mentality back, man. Slapping the floor, getting after it, diving after loose balls. I haven't seen that in a couple of games, so I hope that mentality is there for this upcoming game. With that said, man, I do want to shout Michigan out for once in my life. You guys have won a national championship. And Petey, I want to start this out with you since you're here in Detroit. Tell me what that was like, man. Just to feel that, like, damn, we did it. We got over the hump. I know it's football, but with you guys winning a national championship, it's always good for not only the University of Michigan, but for the Big Ten. And also for the state of Michigan. It's a feel-good story, man. And I just wanted to shout you out. But tell me your thoughts on that, Petey.
Everybody supports the blue football team from, everybody. So just seeing around the city, everybody rooting. And it was the road to get there, A lot of people doubted us. So every game was doubt, They didn't think we was going to beat Alabama. They didn't think we were going to take out Nick Saban. And then once we did that, people talking, you hear the chatter, oh, well, this quarterback from Washington going to do blase, did that. So it was the steps getting there that was validating for me. But just to, win that championship, I remember winning back in the day. Pepsi did an ad, and this Pepsi can stayed around, Go Blue, it stayed around for so many years, man. So it just shows you that winning the national title in that blue for Michigan is great.
100%. No, go ahead, Stu. Go ahead.
No, it was just funny to hear everyone doubt them game in and game out, like the whole Alabama thing. And then if you looked at it, I'm like, Alabama was really not that scary, and they weren't scared of them.
Right.
Everyone, and in Indiana too, everyone picked Alabama. And then against Washington, the quarterback and the coach played and coached for IU football. So everyone in Indiana was like, we love this kid. We're going to pick Washington. I'm like, it's a mistake again. And I don't know. It was really cool to see it come to fruition and then battle back. I love the story, kind of the redemption arc, like even within the Michigan circles where, I don't know, it was 5 years ago. I don't remember how long ago, but like people were like, maybe we fire Harbaugh. Maybe we go somewhere else.
Oh, sure.
And it's my biggest pet peeve with, in particular, college sports, where the grass is always greener. And we don't give people enough time to build a culture and then have down years like Pete talked about, like we talked about earlier. Years just happen and like runs happen. You beat Michigan. Now you beat Ohio State 3 years in a row. So it's just funny to see like Harbaugh succeed, like prove the doubters wrong within Michigan, outside of Michigan. And then following on social media on X is just some of the funniest stuff ever. I mean, these people are so passionate. It's insane. Just to hear like all the Michigan fans go at everyone else. And I'm reading threads of people that I've never seen before in my entire life. And just hearing them trash talk each other back and forth on X was like, I don't know. It just gave me life for a bit. I kind of missed it. It kind of died down here in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, it was fun just to see everything surrounding it.
For sure, man. That was a big statement win for you guys, man. And bringing home that trophy is huge. Now, let's get into it a little bit, man. I want to hear some old stories, man. Trav, we're going to start it off with you. Tell me your most memorable game against Michigan.
Oh, I like that.
My senior year when we won.
Senior year, that's it.
We went 4-2, and I remember my freshman year when we played them, and they had Horton. I forgot his first name.
Daniel Horton.
Daniel Horton. They had Daniel Horton, and they had the dude Pettigrew.
Petway.
Brett Petway.
Brett Petway. And they had all those guys, and they beat us at Michigan.
That was what? My freshman year.
No, that was my freshman year.
No, your freshman year.
Okay. And then the year they beat us, so my best memory, we ended up losing, but we had a guy named Antonio Smith, legend, big-time Michigan State guy, and we were at Michigan. That was your freshman year when y'all beat us, Petey. And he was on the staff, and we were losing to y'all. And we came in at halftime, and he was trying to fight us in the locker room at halftime. Going crazy.
That's a true story.
Because it's crazy, and like I said earlier about the rivalry, is that like the older guys, the Michigan and Michigan State rivalry is like, it's big to us, it's deep. But we from Ohio. But for Michigan State guys before us, it was like we hated y'all. It was a real live hate, wanted to fight you. I never really felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was more like, I just want to beat your ass. I don't want to fight you.
You're right.
But back in the days, it was like, they really want to fight. It was different.
Trav.
So
Trav, before you go any further, I'm gonna give Stu and Petey some insight. I don't know if y'all know who Antonio is, but he's one of the original Flintstones. Tone is probably 6'9", 275, all muscle, right? It didn't work out for him to play. It didn't work out for him to play in the NBA. So he was so talented. He went to go try out for football. Like he's just one of those guys, just an unbelievable athlete. Built like a Greek god, huge. So off rip, motherfuckers is in fear of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he got the coaching staff even scared. Trav, do you remember like him and DJ getting into it? Like it was just insane.
Yeah.
Like just seeing the passion behind this guy's eyes. So when we lost that game, it was so many people like, yo, like what is Tone gonna say? And he showed his ass, man. He showed his ass. He cussed everybody out. Told everybody except for Iz, like y'all soft as hell, and just he was going crazy. So it just lets you know that this rivalry
he went
nothing
nuts.
to be played with. Yeah, it's nothing to be played with.
He went nuts on us. He was calling us every name in the book. Every name in the book.
I found something on my Instagram, man. Somebody sent me this today. I want y'all to look at this. Just look at this. And it speaks to a lot of the things that you were just saying, Trav.
I can't see it.
That's the game-winning shot. Exit that game with me.
Kalen had the game-winning shot, right?
Shot.
Man,
that's my favorite. That's my favorite memory. That's what I was about to say.
So look at this. Oh, no.
I know exactly what you showing.
Oh,
where they showed
grab.
you.
Oh, he grabbed my jersey. Oh. So let me take that back from earlier. Yes, he grabbed my jersey. Flagrant one today. So
I remember that.
I'm hitting those free throws. So add another win to the ballot book for sure, because that was a jersey grab. But after the game, they even put it on here. Me and Kalen hugging, and I'm telling them good shot. Like right after the game in the tunnel. So it speaks to that relationship that we had as, you know what I'm saying, brothers. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah, dude, I remember.
We
I
won
remember
that, man. Ray, you
jersey
remember that?
grab.
Yeah, that jersey grab, man. I'm looking like I ain't feel it then, but once I seen it on the Megatron, I started validating like, yeah, let's run it back. Like, somebody told me grab me. I ain't feel it then, but once I found out, that was the verdict, man. So that's probably
that was a battle. That game was a battle. That game was a battle. That was a lot of fun.
Grind.
Stu, give me your favorite, most memorable moment. First Michigan State.
So that one was definitely one of them. That game where I remember we're down 2, right?
Yep,
down 2.
We're down.
Calls the play.
We're down 1, and that was a play we worked on, Stu. You know, we worked on that play.
Yeah, and I was the passer. I was always the inbound passer, and he trusted me. And I was like, I don't know who the big white dude was, but I know they were going to put him in there. And he was going to be blocking my vision. And I'm like, there's no way I get this.
Is that Tom Herzog?
No.
Maybe.
Tom was gone.
No.
What's Tom?
No, Tom was our year. Remember, Tom was our year, but he left early, right?
Yeah. He left. Yeah, he left. I think it was Sherm.
Oh, Garrett Sherman. Okay.
Yeah, it was Sherm. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah. But
Garrett Sherman.
He so I was like, all right, there's no way I get this pass off. We ran the play. I threw it kind of a behind PD. And for like what felt like eternity, I was like, oh, we got this. Like P's going to catch it and put it in. Missed it. And it was just like all of a sudden over in a split second. But my favorite part was I forget a lot about my career. Like I've blacked out a lot of things. I don't know why.
Sure.
But this one specific memory was watching Sports Center again after the game. And I think it was Scott Van Pelt calling it. And they did like a color highlight of the jersey grab. I had never seen it before. They like turned everything black and then highlighted the jersey grab in like red. And it was like, see this? I'm like, dang, dude, they even highlighted on Sports Center. I mean, it was so blatant, but I mean, at that point, we'd already given that up. That shot to Kalen. That was just as painful.
I forgot about that until today. Somebody sent me that today. Like today, I forgot all about it.
I just seen that clip today.
Hey, that's funny because I had seen it a couple of days ago. But Petey, so who was that who grabbed your jersey?
Darrell Summers, and you got the rebound. Happy as hell. I just looked at it. You got the rebound. Happy number 2. That's you. Yep.
Hey, Trav, the funny thing about that is, hey, Darrell was always it was a communication error on our part. And we all know, like, Darrell is our homie forever, right?
Dumb.
But we know, like, when it comes to communicating, he is one of the worst. And for him to be on the back screen, and I seen the play just happening because I think I was guarding Novak, and Novak was just like
he was a dummy. He was just
a dummy. He was just in the corner. So I'm watching, I'm helping, but I'm watching, and I see Darrell. I'm like, oh my God! And then the look Petey got was just perfect. I was like, oh my Lord. Luckily, Petey missed it, and
I was fouled, Ray. Come on, man. We got to check. We got to rewrite that. I was fouled.
We appreciate that, man. That was a great offering, man. That was a great offering. We appreciate that miss. But man, we had some battles, man.
Stu, what's your record against us? Against Michigan State?
That's a really good question.
I'm 4-2. He won. Petey won once.
Nope.
And when did you come in?
Don't count them first 2 years. You 0-4 in the first 2 years.
12. So we never beat Petey. Did you beat them in the last 2 years? No. And then we went.
No.
That's right. We didn't beat Michigan State at all. First 2 years, and then we went 3-4. I think the last 4 games.
3-4.
And that was like our big turnaround. That was when we turned everything around. And that was like the game where we turned everything around in terms of everyone else's eyes. It was at Michigan State. I think Michigan hadn't beat Michigan State in any sport, in football or basketball, for over 1,000 days. And they had it painted on their chest, and we went in there and had a big game. I hit a fun shot at the end there that we like to memorialize. But yeah, that was the turnaround. Like at the end, we finally started beating Michigan State. That was the thing, is like I never really – it was a rivalry, and I had to learn it.
Yeah. So Darius and Keith hated each other. And Darius and Keith hated each other. Kaylin and Darius hated each other, and Keith and Trey hated each other. Like that was they hated each other. So that was just like two guys for sure. Trey and Keith was like a huge. They hated each other. But Keith, Petey, like that's kind of Keith too. Yeah. Like he ain't fucking with you. If you ain't with him, he ain't rocking with you. Like you know what I mean?
He's not even gonna talk to you.
He's not talking to you. He's different. Yeah.
Hey, before we get out of here, Trav, tell the people, man, how you got your nickname Woody, man.
From DA.
No, it wasn't from DA, bro. It was not from DA. So, Petey, listen to this, right? So we about to play y'all. And Kay comes to the locker room, Kaylin Lucas, for those that don't know. And he like, yeah, bro, like, I don't know if this was just him gassing Trav up or whatever the case may have been. He was like, Manny, bro, he over here talking crazy, bro. He ain't even getting your name right, bro. He called you Travis Woody. So the whole rest of the time we like, damn, bro, he called you Woody. Man, when I tell you, Travis was so hyped to play against Manny the whole week.
That's probably true, man.
Bro, it is true. It's 100% true. Bro, Travis was like a pit bull on a leash. Like, bro, he could not wait till this game happened.
That was Manny's worst game. Remember, Manny
was time. Manny was.
I him up. Yeah, he was going crazy. He was playing well.
Crazy. Man, we told Travis
he had
that.
Like 7 or 9.
Travis.
Oh man,
Stu missed it.
Man, he was out, man. That's to the T, man. Oh my god.
Oh, bro, it is. You know it is, bro. I don't even think I brought it up to Manny ever, bro. But next time I see him, I'm gonna have to be like, hey, bro, do you know, like, we had Travis Walton on 10 because you fucked up his last name.
Yeah, I was on 10.
Bro, it was like Travis was foaming at the mouth. He couldn't wait till the game, dog. Like,
I was talking shit to him in the game. I'm like, you don't know my name?
You don't know my name?
You know my name? What? You don't know my name? All right. So, and at that time, remember, PD, at that time, he got a lot better, but at that time, Manny wasn't going left. He was doing everything going right-handed.
Everything.
So when we played, y'all, I was like, bro, you're not beating me going right. You going left, dog. And you talking shit? Oh, it's on. So shout out to Manny. He was a bucket.
Yeah, nah, man. Manny was still to this day a bucket. But still, quick recap. So I was telling Petey how Trav got his nickname Woody. And he had said it was a guy that we know. But I was like, no, that wasn't it, bro. I was like, you got your name from Manny Harris. Kalen came back to the locker room one day and was like, hey, bro, Manny over here talking crazy about you. Like, hey, bro, he not even getting your last name right. He calling you Travis Woody. And man, when I tell you, Stu, Travis, I never seen a black person turn red. Travis was livid. What the fuck you mean? He fucking up my name. Everybody know my name around here. I'm defensive player of the year. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, like you gotta calm down, dog. Man. So when the game came, it was like dog was just on 10 the whole game. Like, hey, we not switching. I'm getting over every screen. I got Manny the whole game. Like, well, you got it, dog. You got it. Like, we don't want those slumps. So that was the funniest. That was the craziest moment for me. Like just between that little rivalry that we had with Trav, Sick and Trav on Manny Harris, dog.
That's funny.
Yes, sir, man.
You need to be intense.
Oh, got to, man. Manny was out. Still to this day, like I said, man. Manny. Shout out to Manny, man. I already just won the championship. Where he at? Dubai? Lebanon. So shout out to Manny, man. Big ups, bro. Congratulations.
Hey, so Kane, Rail, and Manny all are Middle Eastern guys right now. Yeah, they all play in the Middle East.
Oh, for real?
I think Kane was over there too. They was over there for a little while.
Yeah, he was over there too. It is. And they paying.
They paying.
It's always had money, man. You just had to go find it, or they had to find you.
Yeah, you just. Yeah, no.
Was you over there, PD? That's where you was at?
Yeah, that's where I started my career at, and like that in Lebanon for sure, in Korea. But now, they call it like Southern Asia, basically. Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Even the Iraqs, the Jordan, they got money now.
Yeah.
How many years did you do over there?
In total, like 4 out of my career, 4 years, 2 years in Korea, 2 years in Lebanon. Yeah. I was loving Lebanon. Yeah. That was my favorite place.
Hey, now before we leave, gentlemen, hey, give me your quick score prediction for today's game, man. I think it's gonna be a good one. Tell me, Stu, we'll start with you. Give me your score prediction.
Yeah, I think 75-60. I feel like the intensity is going to keep it under projected points, but it's just going to be tough for Michigan to score without their point guard. And I don't know. I just feel like Michigan State's going to come out quick and fast and hit him in the mouth early and kind of hold that lead forever. And maybe Michigan claw back a little bit at the end, but I don't know. I'm feeling like this is kind of maybe a turnaround game where Michigan State starts turning up the energy from here on out.
Trav, let's hear it.
See, let Petey go first.
You want to let Petey go first? Go ahead, Petey.
Look, I was going off you. I was going to do some math. But nah.
I'll go.
No.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Petey. Go ahead, Petey.
All right, 75-70. I think Michigan is going to win. Hey, look, why not, man?
75-70. Hey,
look, why not,
why
man?
Not?
You never
Why
know
not?
It's nothing but
You're
a
wrong.
parlay.
You're wrong. Who cares?
Yeah. I was waiting for Petey to go because I was going to say, know what? Today I was going to say, man, you Michigan guys are some honest guys today, man. I was going to give y'all full credit to go. That's why I want you to go. It's good for one. I'm like, but I think if we go, I think it's going to get ugly, man. I'm thinking it's going to get like 80-55, right? I think it's going to get real ugly. And like you said, it's a rival game, so our crowd is going to be really involved. and you guys are shorthanded, and we just not gonna care, and we gonna just run the score up. And I'm also predicting that Steven Izzo is going in for another basket to go get his. To go.
I'm not having that.
Take him out.
Him and Nick, huh? Nick Sanders. They both gonna get a bucket.
They get buckets. 80-55, man.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But I got it. I had it at 83-67. I just think with you guys missing McDaniels, that hurts, man. Like he's the engine to y'all team. I think that Brands crowd is going. I think we're gonna crash the glass. We're gonna get out in transition, get us some easy buckets, and then the crowd gonna get into it. It's gonna be hard for you guys. That's just me being honest.
I do want to say, I don't want to cut you off. I it's gonna be tough for Michigan, but we've been honest about their downs lately. But I love these guys. I love watching a lot of these guys. I still believe in them. I think they have the possibility to win any game if they really want to, if they can put it together. T. Will, he came back. I'll always respect him, and I think he'll be big today. I think these players are playing hard, and I still believe in them. But, yeah, I just want to make sure that's very clear. I think Michigan State will win, but I still believe in my guys. I still believe in Michigan.
I like the way you cleaned that up, Stu. I'm not mad at that. At all.
Yeah. I can't be, yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the floor. For sure, man. With that being said, man, there you have it, man. It's been another episode of About Sparta with the collab of our Michigan guys. Oh, man. Hey, guys, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Glad to see you, the fresh faces, man. And
appreciate it.
Until next time. See you. Peace.
Good to see y'all, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was fun. Appreciate it.
All right.